I knew Mahala Ashley Dickerson because my family homesteaded 2 miles from where her homestead was. So from birth to age 18, she was my neighbor. And then for 30 years afterwards, she was my friend. Mahala Ashley Dickerson was just a trailblazer for justice. She fought for marginalized people her whole life. She was a classmate of Rosa Parks from third grade through high school. She became the first African-American female attorney in Alabama, the second one in Indiana. She moved to Alaska. She homesteaded, became a Quaker, became the first Black attorney, period, in Alaska, and just fought for people and saw possibilities that other people didn't see and created those pathways for other people as well as herself.
Mahala was raised in a family of educators. She believed, obviously, throughout her life in the power of education. And she was unbowed by the discrimination, the indignity of the Jim Crow South.
She practiced in Alabama until 1952. She moved to Indianapolis, Indiana, and she practiced there until 1958. And in 1958, she told me that she came to Alaska for a vacation, 30-day vacation. And all she knows is she went back, packed her belongings in her Jeep, and drove back to Alaska. Then she homesteaded 160 acres in Wasilla, Alaska, which is about 50 miles north of Anchorage here. And that homestead remained, she was there till she passed away in 94. I think the principles that are held by friends only helped her become who she ultimately became. And it was a testament that they were destined. The two were destined to be intertwined.
Well, Mahala spoke with wonder about the influence of Pendle Hill. She spent a summer there in 1950, and I believe I know she was drawn to Quakerism in a deep and an abiding way forevermore.
When Mahala Ashley Dickerson moved to Alaska, she helped establish Alaska Friends Conference and carried that same sense of, by God, we're going to fix things. I mean, she really, she was spiritual, and she was not going to wait around. Just last year, Friends bought the remaining 23 acres of her homestead, including her home. And we are in the process now of discerning how best to carry forward her legacy and her work.
I think it's probably also important to say that there's unfinished business in Mahala's legacy. These stirrings of kind of utter cluelessness about white supremacy that lingers in it's sort of the cultural surrounding of most of us white people in Quakerism. The stirring in recent years out across the Religious Society of Friends to confront and understand the heritage of white cultural supremacy and the enduring harm that it does that was not always visible to many of us. That effort, in my mind, is continuing the unfinished work represented in the life of Mahala Dickerson.
We know we can't just learn the lessons she already learned or rest on her laurels. We have to see what is next in terms of justice. And one thing that is becoming apparent is the realization that Mahala Ashley Dickerson's homestead and my homestead were taken from the Connectinaina people. And we need to grapple with that. We want to grapple with that. We want to figure out, or I want to figure out, what does it mean to be a decolonized faith community?
I feel like that is also something she would really, she would smile upon. She would be really proud that this ongoing quest for greater justice, for equality, continues in new forms.
Thanks for watching this QuakerSpeak video. We release a new video every other Thursday. You can watch all our videos in this playlist here. You can subscribe to our channel by clicking this button here. You can support us through our Patreon here. Thanks again for watching, and have a happy Thursday.